Alright, on this episode of DockSide TV, first off, we're coming to you, as you can see, we are sitting in the water. We're in between Tropical Storm Marco and Hurricane Laura, and we'll be making landfall here shortly, driving the water up on our dock right now. So, I hope everybody stays safe for that, and we'll just have to see how that hurricane plays out. Now, this is a good look of exactly what's going to be in September's monthly Matrix bait box. It's a lot of different items as we do a lot of different styles of fishing throughout this month. As you can check all of this month's DockSide TV episodes, you just see how we use them, and these are the items that are going to be in the bait box. Now, on this particular episode, you're about to see right here, we go strictly with the Chinese Bandit Matrix Crawl, one of my favorite colors. It just looks really, really cool. It's a swirl pattern along with, attached to the 4/0 weedless swim bait hook that we use and sell at matrixshad.com. And it makes a perfect combination for when sight fishing reds. And these two items obviously will be in the bait box along with all of this. So make sure you subscribe to that. Stay safe in this hurricane and enjoy this episode of DockSide TV. Heavy salad on this one here. Look at all of that vegetation. Oh, there we go. Good start to the morning. And we are back out here doing a little sight fishing on these beautiful slot reds. Let me go over what we're using here. He's got it choked down pretty good. He wanted that thing. I have to get the pliers on this one. Thank you, sir. All right. That's the Chinese Bandit. Just such an awesome color. It's a swirl pattern. It's basically your LSU color, which is real common in Louisiana, obviously. Purple and gold. It really looks good in the water. These redfish love it. Gives a crab-like color presentation. And look at those beautiful bronze backs right here. See if we can get a few today. Fishing's been a little tough. It's gonna get hot on us here quick. See if we can put a few in the boat before the heat kicks up. Oh, right here. Now that's what you call a eat right there. That was the prettiest eat of the day. All right, that was a prime example of just what we're looking for when we're up on that stand. This fish is pretty feisty right here. Again, on that Chinese bandit, you got to see just how aggressive he wanted to just charge that bandit. So that's what we call a layup right there. That fish was right next to the boat. He wasn't moving. He was sitting there. I didn't think he'd eat because he was so close to us. The fish wasn't even swimming at all, but I pitched it on him. He jumped on it. And that's how you want to fight these fish if you're really being serious or you're in a tournament. You want to be using heavy line. We use the heavy 17-pound matrix mono. A lot of people use heavy braid because when you hit them, you want to get them right in the boat. As you saw, I flipped that fish in the boat. It's a little too big to flip, but when you're using heavy line like that, you can get away with it. And the reason you want to get these fish in so quick is because if you let them bury in that heavy vegetation and that grass, it gives them a lot better chance to be able to shake that hook or break your line or get off.
Just like to draw it up.
That was beautiful. All right, we just came into this beautiful, small little nook pond. Very small pond, but it's got a little depth to it. Crystal clear. Saw two redfish floating at the same time. I pitched on one to the left. Josh pitched on one to the right. We got what we call double trouble right now. Let me get my rainbow trout net out. There he is right there. Let you see Josh's fish right here.
Stuck in the grass.
Get the rainbow trout net. Look at all that vegetation.
Did you get that on camera?
Yeah. Came out the rainbow trout net. What do you do, break the line? Pop the line. All in all, a pretty exciting sequence of events right there. All right, as we patiently wait for the speckled trout run to begin, which is gonna happen sometime around mid-September, October. On these bluebird sunny days like this, it's hard to beat sight fishing reds. It's one of the most entertaining things to do. We're both throwing that Chinese bandit matrix crawl right now. It's a great color for this time of year. So they're feeding on a lot of crabs, and just one of my favorite things to do as we patiently wait for the trout to move back from the outside into the inside. These redfish stay around all summer long. And come look at this grass right here. This is the kind of stuff you gotta be on if you're wanting to sight fish reds, is thick snot grass like that right there. Redfish love the habitat, that style habitat, and that's what makes the water real clean so you can see them when you get high on these platforms like this right here. All right, so we go over this all the time. I'm gonna reiterate on it in case you hadn't seen some of our older DockSide TVs. You always wanna elevate yourself when you're sight fishing. That way you can look down into the water. Very important. So right now, I'm going into the sun, as you can see in the camera. This is not what you want to do. I'm trying to get into the pond, get the sun in my back, and then we're going to begin our drift through this shallow pond with the sun at your back. That is essential to have the sun at your back. All right, so as you can see into the camera, it's probably hard to see me. So we're going into the sun. Now I'm getting to the far bank. That way I can turn the boat. The boat's gonna turn. We're gonna be able to start seeing into the pond a lot better. You probably could see me in the picture a lot better. And it's kind of the same principle. Looking into the sun is just harder to see. So now I'm gonna slow down the trolling motor. Our vision's nice, it's good, we can see very well, and we're gonna begin our float across this shallow pond. All right, here he is right here. And there he is right there. The greatest part about sight fishing is you don't have to burn any energy. You can literally be out here by yourself, make 6, 7, 8 casts and have a limit of reds. And this is the perfect size right here. I don't even have to lean over to get the net. These are the perfect tasting ones on the grill, easy to clean, easy to fight. These smaller ones are typically very aggressive. And these reds are really floating high right now and chomping some matrix crawls. All right, here we are with double trouble again. Let's see if we can actually land both of them this time. Sight fishing's been really good to us today. There's Josh's fish. I ended up missing mine. We can get double hookups. We're having trouble landing both of them, but you can go ahead and put that in the well. Keep a few for the grill. Let me show you the style hook we like to use when we're using these matrix craws. So it's it's a heavy wire hook because these reds are very strong. It's a 4/0 hook. And it's your basic swim bait style hook where you corkscrew the nose of the crawfish into this corkscrew, and then the belly of our matrix crawls is hollow, and that's where the hook goes through. So I'll go ahead and rig up another one and show you exactly what it looks like rigged up. So what you want to do is you want to take the head of the lure and begin threading it through the corkscrew. You can do this with any kind of swim baits, any kind of crawfish. You just want to make sure, once you get it screwed in, this style, this technique, you want to make sure where the hook goes through is got a hollow belly. That way it makes it to where when a fish strikes it, it moves the plastic out of the way. That way the hook can penetrate the fish's mouth. So this is all hollow, so when a fish hits it, it's gonna shove the lure out the way, letting the entire hook penetrate the fish's mouth. So that's our rig up process right there, and that's what we've been using all day. Spinning in circles like this. Tell you what, he was eating something. That fish turned on that lure on the button. Sitting there like a dead duck. Charging the matrix crawl. Well, hope you enjoyed this episode of DockSide TV. I know we do a lot of sight fishing episodes. They can get a little repetitive, but in all, this may be the most entertaining way to fish on the Gulf Coast. See one? Yep. See if we get him. But they got fish floating all around right now. We're gonna go ahead and kill the camera and just do some fun fishing here. But wanted to showcase just how awesome this Chinese bandit is. Make sure to subscribe to our Matrix bait box. This lure will be in your Matrix bait box. And get, you know, on your sunny days for the next few weeks, few months, give these ponds a try anywhere in Louisiana. Today we're off of Lake Bourne. And get you some good polarized sunglasses like these Matrix mirrors, and get in on this kind of action. Subscribe to all our YouTube channels, hit the post notification button, and until next time, good fishing.